Hey guys, Traveler here, and I wanted to talk to you today about EA Games, because this guy who is about to be laid off, EA is laying off 25% of their workforce. Quite a few of them are disgruntled, and this guy knows he's about to be fired, so he went ahead and wrote a drama bomb on WordPress explaining why EA sucks, why Warhammer Online sucks, why the new Knights of the Old Republic MMO is gonna suck. And he leaked some juicy secrets about what kind of games they're working on that aren't announced yet. So this guy basically is an artist, and his job is being outsourced to EA Shanghai. He talks in this article that you can see in the link below. He talks about why the project managers are all basically yes men. This guy Jeff Hickman, who is promoted from customer service, like he managed customer service, so they basically put him in charge of producing Warhammer Online, which is a $50 million game, and this guy had no previous experience other than managing customer support. Now, has anyone ever actually called EA for customer support? Because I haven't. That alone shows how important customer service is for EA Games, and this guy who managed customer support is in charge of Warhammer Online, one of my favorite franchises. Like, who in their right mind would approve this? Anyways, the guy, EA Louse, we'll call him, that wrote the article, says that he and the rest of the people that worked on the game knew that it shouldn't have been released, which I didn't play Warhammer Online, but I heard that it wasn't so polished, so that makes sense. I played the other game, Conan, the Conan MMO, which also was pretty bad, but it's a different story. So the reason why it was released so early is because EA had a deadline and threatened the leaders of Mythic Games with pink slips if it didn't come out on time. Now, as I recall, Warhammer was released around the same time as Conan, so I'm sure they were pushing for an early release to compete with that game. And I think it was either Conan or EverQuest 2. I'm not sure, but you know, this just goes to show, like, they wanted to get the game out first so that they would sell more copies before everyone went to a different MMO. But if the game was quality, then everyone would have eventually flocked to that game anyways because of word of mouth. And what the artist says is that that's exactly what happened. They sold over 1 million boxes, but then by the second month of the game being released, they only had 300,000 subscriptions, and it's been going down ever since. It's stable now, but Dark Age of Camelot and Ultima Online have more subscribers than Warhammer Online, which is pretty pathetic, in my opinion. So, and another thing that I want to say is this is why companies that stay independent, like Valve, do so well, because they don't have deadlines. They just make the game as long as they want, and when it's ready, it's ready. It's put out. People buy it. They love it, and the company's reputation keeps going up. Whereas with deadlines from EA Games, they want strategic launches, like in time for Christmas or before this other company puts out their game that's sort of similar, so that they can sell more copies, but it doesn't always work in the long run. So now the guy talks about why the Old Republic sucks. They spent more than $300 million on the game, and the biggest feature of this game is the dialogue trees that you can use when talking to NPCs and getting your quests and stuff like that. And other than that, it sounds like a pretty standard MMO. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't really read the quest information. I just skip to the bottom and say, okay, I have to go here and kill X spiders or collect Y bear pelts, stuff like that. So I'm not really sure people will even listen to all the voice work that they put so much effort into, because I don't care about the quests. I just want to level up so I can play raid with my friends or PvP and stuff like that. So people won't even listen to that stuff a second time when they're leveling their second character because they already heard it once. So, and people like me don't even listen to it the first time. So that sucks. He predicts the Old Republic being one of the greatest failures in the history of MMOs from EA games, probably on the level of The Sims Online. Remember, this guy is getting fired, so I don't know if it's going to be that bad, but I'm not really looking forward to playing another MMO that's pretty generic. And I don't know. I won't say how I know, but I've seen a sneak peek, and it is pretty bad. Another thing that this guy talked about was he talked about Ultima Online. They're making a Facebook game with the Ultima Online game that's already existing. I guess they're making it a game kind of like Farmville to rival Farmville, which may be kind of cool. Ultima Online was the very first MMO I've ever played, and I loved it. But they made a lot of changes so that it was less and less fun. Like, you could be a real bastard in that game. Back when it first came out, you could steal from people, kill people, and stuff like that. But now it's kind of very tame, very noob friendly. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But this guy says, "Too bad it sucks ass." So he might be raging, but probably not. So if you'd like to read the article in full, go check it out. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Is this guy just mad because he's being laid off, or do you think that there's definite truths to what this guy is saying? I know a lot of you aren't really surprised that EA's corporate culture is that of fear. Like, a lot of people just say yes because they're afraid of being fired. They're not, they don't stand up for the game that they're working on in order to make it better. They just want to do their job and go home and let the game be a flop because, at least they'll still have a job until they get laid off, like what is happening right now. So let me know what you think below. This is my longest video ever, I feel like. See ya.